Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Happy Saturday. This is part 3 of my Saturday morning beach walk in North Naples, Florida. This is Vanderbilt Beach, kind of towards the north end of Vanderbilt Beach right now. What a difference we've seen in the weather this morning. Look at the weather now. Go back and look at part 1. Man, it was all cloudy. Actually got rained on a little bit, just a little drizzle early this morning. Look at it now. 77 degrees. Skies are clearing. A lot of blue sky. Windy though, unfortunately windy. The wind's kind of coming out of the west, northwest. It's going to be coming out the west most of the day. Right now, the red tide smell, it's here, but I barely smell it. I coughed a couple of times this morning, which is very surprising. When that wind's coming from the west, you'd expect that smell to be much stronger than it is. So that's a good thing. You can come out and get some rays. I wouldn't be going swimming. You can see it's a bit rougher than it has been lately out here. Beautiful now. The colors are just gorgeous. Still seeing dead fish on the beach, though, unfortunately. There's still dead fish washing up. A few big ones, too, here and there. So be careful where you're walking. Keep an eye out. You don't want to be stepping on any dead fish, like I did a week ago. I'd say if you got asthma or any kind of respiratory issues, still probably not a good thing to come out here today. Because like I said, every once in a while I get a little whiff of that red tide. No itchy eyes, no burning eyes. I'd stay out of the water too. Stay out of the water, wait for the red tide to pass. Then if you do go in the water, be aware of the debris, the hurricane debris that's still out there lurking, buried under the sand, some of it. 2x4s with nails sticking out of them. You got to be really careful if you go out in that water. Tide's on its way in now. You can see the La Playa off in the distance there, the La Playa Beach Hotel over on the left there sticking up. Now this weather right now makes it worth coming out here. I almost didn't go to the beach this morning just because the red tide was supposed to be so bad. You just never know. You can never tell. Things could change here in the blink of an eye. That get really bad with the red tide. You just don't know. Papa shared a video with us in our beach family group. I'll probably be giving that a share on Southwest Florida television in a little while. Later today, our traveling man, he's our roving reporter, Papa. That water actually, it's churned up now, it's stirred up, but it's looking a little better, I think. I think it's doesn't have as brown of a tint to it as it did a couple of days ago. That might be a good sign. Just keep our fingers crossed and pray that this red tide goes away. A little whiff of it right there. Just got a little whiff of the red tide there. Looks like that fish is still fighting. It's still moving around there. Sad, sad, sad. So, I don't know, what looks like the clouds were moving down to the south. It's just amazing the difference between when I first came out, when I first hit the beach to now. Huge difference in the weather. Good old Florida. The weather changes, just turns on a dime. Man, I just can't get over it. It's really nice right now. Really nice. I would say if you want to just work on your suntan, now would be the time to just blast out here. Earlier when I came out here, I was like, nobody needs an umbrella today. Actually, earlier, it would have been pretty hard to get an umbrella up. It was a little bit windier, I think, earlier this morning. If you're just tuning in, we're on Vanderbilt Beach by the La Playa Beach Hotel, walking south. Still dealing with red tide and dead fish on the beach, but the smell of the red tide is not bad at all today. I had a couple little coughs here and there, but overall not bad at all. I still would say if you got any kind of respiratory issues, asthma, something like that, stay home. Don't chance it. Things can change in just the snap of your fingers. However, the wind is coming in off the Gulf right now, and surprisingly, like I said, the smell of red tide is almost non-existent, at least to my nostrils. Yours might perceive it differently. A few more dead fish right in this section of beach just south of the La Playa. Noticing a A few more dead fish on the beach than on other parts of the beach. Don't forget we have our time change here tomorrow morning, midnight, whenever you want to set your clocks ahead 1 hour. So our beach walks, that sun's going to be coming up a little later now in the morning. What was 6:45 is going to be 7:45. So we'll see what time I get out here, what time I can start tomorrow. So you get to sleep in a little bit. Yeah, that was a red tide cough, a little red tide cough. It's amazing how, phew, there it is. I don't know, for me, it always seems right in this area of Vanderbilt Beach is where I smell the red tide the most. Just between the Floridian Club and the La Playa, that little stretch of beach. It's sad, the fish, you can see them still moving around if you look close. They're just slowly dying on the beach. You can see them wiggling around every once in a while. So sad. So sad. There's a big one. I think that's a big grouper. Sad. This is a big eel. This is an eel over here. That's a good sized eel. You can see how big it is there. That is sad. Usually the eels that we see on the beach are skinnier. That's a big fat one. Red tide doesn't really care what it kills. Floridian Club over here under the coconut palms. If you were watching earlier this morning, I'm sure you noticed a big difference from when we first got out on the beach. Hey, send some stars if you're liking what you're seeing here, if you're appreciating my efforts. You get a penny for each star that you send on Facebook here. If you want to bypass Facebook, get a little more bang for your buck instead of buying stars, tips are hugely appreciated. More of that money goes directly to me. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post, as well as you can find me on Venmo and Apple Pay. Every dollar counts these days, my friend. No tip is too small or too big. There's the dead horseshoe crab. Sad seeing them on the beach. Little horseshoe crab. Another casualty of the red tide. Good morning. How are you doing? Hey, thank you for watching. All right, we're getting close to the end here, my friends. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. If you happen to send some stars to this video, thank you. I appreciate that. If you happen to send a tip this morning, thank you very much. And by the way, if you are a subscriber to Southwest Florida Television's Facebook page, thank you for making that commitment, that decision. I really appreciate that. Here's the south end of Vanderbilt Beach, and folks are getting the word that the red tide's not bad. Awesome. See, some people are going to take advantage of this sunshine. There's a few folks out here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, that sun is beating down on us now. It is really bright. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm sure there's plenty of parking still left in the garage right now if you were to head over here. You can see it's starting to fill up. Getting deeper and deeper on the beach. You can hear people coughing though. See, I don't smell anything, but if you're more sensitive to stuff like that, you can probably notice a red tide every now and then. Now I got a whiff of it. right, my friends, I'm going to call it a morning. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with me. Tell your friends about our beach walks. Invite them to join our beach family. Hey, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, everyone. Tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.